What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the episode 4 recap of Big Brother Canada Season 2. Episode 4 starts off with Neda having no idea why she's up on the block, so she starts to cry. But that's not important. What is important is the drama between Paul and the rest of the house. Paul was throwing Kenny and John under the bus, saying they have a final 3 and all the girls were supposed to go out. Well, after a little while, Paul decides that he should apologize to Andrew. So he enters the HOH room and Andrew asks him to leave. Paul wants to talk and Andrew said no way and tells him to get out. Arlie butts in and asks Andrew if he wants to listen to music, and that was basically Paul's cue to leave. Paul is a weird guy. He starts talking to himself in the mirror, saying the house is worked up and he needs to be the bad guy. He can't be the good guy because no one will take the good guy to the end. This is crazy, Paul, but will this actually work out for Paul? I'm going to get this out of the way now. The War Room 3 don't get much camera time, and whenever they do, it's basically a 2-minute clip. So I'll sum up everything now so we can get on to the good stuff. The War Room 3 got a task where they had to match 9 personalities from the 13 house guests, and if they did, they would get a clip of something that happened in the house with audio. They completed the task, and they got a clip of the nomination ceremony when everyone went apeshit on Paul. Later on, the house guests get a bunch of Canadian-themed apparel and accessories, and they are told they have 1 hour to figure out what they are going to tell Canada on why they should enter the house. Please, everyone, vote for Allison. Please. If you haven't really figured it out by now, Kyle, Paul, and Adele are a team, and everyone else is kind of a team. So Big Brother sees there's a divide in the house, and they want that to change? Why? We love this drama. Big Brother gave them a task in which one house guest would be paired up with another house guest at random. Paul was with Kenny, of course. The house guests basically cleaned the house. One would wear a blindfold and do all the work, while the other house guest just guided them. Anyway, the house guests were happy about it because it relieved some of the tension in the house. But come on, we want drama. The players playing in the POV competition are of course Andrew, Neda, and Paul, along with Sarah, Kenny, and John. Paul made a comment after the last house guest was chosen, and everyone told him to basically shut up. The POV competitors and host, who is Arlie, get to watch the upcoming Divergent film as a little bonus before the competition. Andrew and Kenny talk before the POV comp, and Kenny wants to know what to do if he wins the POV. They both decide to take Neda off and backdoor Kyle. Aw yeah, first planned backdoor of the season. I love it. It's funny when Andrew and Kenny talk about Paul because they think if they keep him that he will be miserable. But the fact is, that is exactly what Paul wants. I can't believe his plan is working for this week. I mean, who knows though? Things change pretty quickly in the Big Brother house, so maybe the backdoor Kyle plan will change and they take out Paul. What do you guys think is going to happen? The POV comp players and Arlie head to the backyard to watch Divergent. Paul was thinking there was a reason why they were watching the movie, like it has something to do with the comp. While Paul was thinking about that, Kenny is bawling his eyes out. Apparently he's a softie, but damn, I've never cried when watching a movie. I felt sad, but never cried. My friend cried when he watched Marley and Me. What movie made you cry? Adele thinks something is up, and well, he's right. He tells Kyle that he thinks Neda will come off the block and put one of them up. Great detective work, Adele. Arlie was trying way too hard as a host. Just speak properly, man. Anyway, the theme of the POV, of course, has to do with the movie Divergent. It's an obstacle course where you jump from 10 feet, crawl under some bars, run to the cargo net wall, climb up and over, and find a piece to a puzzle in freezing cold water. The first house guest to find 6 pieces and correctly complete the puzzle will win the power of veto. While the 5 other house guests are practically grabbing their first clue, Paul can't even make the 10-foot jump. Dude, seriously? I'm scared of heights too, but it's 10 feet and you're falling onto a cushion. Come on now. I was reading some tweets during the episode and everyone was saying how amazing this challenge was, and I was like, well, yeah, it's cool, but it's not crazy awesome. That is until I found out they had to zip line across the course to put their puzzle together. Now that's cool. Speaking of the zip line, Paul was freaking out again. Look, I was kind of being a dick earlier, but I guess if you're really scared of heights, no matter how high, you will always be terrified. I guess it's how I feel about drowning. Quick fact, I actually don't know how to swim, and I don't trust life vests. I think if you're panicking like no tomorrow when you're in the water, that the life vest won't do anything. Sorry for the sidetracking. When Paul got off the zip line, he was practically dead tired. Kyle and Adele went to talk to Paul to try to motivate him, which is funny since Paul is a motivational speaker. But hey, it was still a nice gesture by them. And that's it. Yeah, that wraps up episode 4, everyone. We will find out who wins the POV tomorrow. Will the nominations stay the same? Who will be evicted? And who from the War Room 3 will enter the house? It's going to be one crazy episode and I can't wait. Don't forget to click the thumbs up below. Let me know what you thought of today's episode and don't forget to subscribe.